I spent the last 2 weeks trying to figure out this next part. The intervals are really tight and they're really low. Hard to figure out. There are two guitars and a bass all playing this low dissonance. So this is where I've landed with it. And like I said, I've been over this. I've listened to it slowed way down. I've watched videos. It is really hard to tell what's going on there. After listening to it tons of times slowed down with various EQs, it really sounds to me like the bass is playing E. So it's an E, F sharp, then two more F sharps, then two Fs. It would be really easy to think that this part goes, but that, if you listen closely to it, that it is not just playing straight root fifths. So listen to it, see what you think. I think that it's playing, and those are just an E power chord, and then an F sharp with a diminished fifth, and then an F with a diminished fifth. And when you're doing those wakaches, it's totally up to you where you want to put your hand and where you want to attack. Some people like to hit the low strings. You don't need to hit all the strings. Although you can. There's something to be said for hitting the high strings when your wah is down, and the low strings when it's up. So that seems really effective. Some people mute here with the left hand and then attack on the fretboard, like. Right in the middle. Thank you, Bruno. Here's how that verse goes slowly. It's the same hits that we had before, which were an E, an F sharp, and then you add the flat 5, and then bring it back a half step. So that's. Then here you're going to play, and you don't have to do that big stretch. You could play that A open, but it's EA, and then it repeats. But this time, it stops there and lets the horns play a part. Let me play that slowly. It goes, dun, 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 and then A, and repeats all of that again. So slowly that goes. Then here, in the second half of the verse, it shifts up a string, and your lead-in chords are going to be power chords. They're all root and fifths. D, A, B. D, A, A, B. And once you start doing that, once you're on B, you're going to be doing those syncopated up hits, but don't play them like that. Play them like this. Play them as downstrokes. And those are, that's just a B power chord, but you flatten the 5. Hope that's clear on there. So slowly there. But this time, instead of going D, A, it's gonna go A, E up to that F sharp. It's a little confusing to explain, but you're back to going. But it's different this time. It's not doing the. He plays E, F sharp, and then right there he plays a C sharp tritone, then a B sharp, a B1, B natural, slides back up to C, and then plays an F sharp. Very confusing to explain. Then back down to E and slides up to F sharp. Just looping it there so you can kind of get how that goes. And then it just ends with a.